Hey y'all, welcome to Salesforce with Megan. Today we're going out to a local networking event here in the Dallas area, and I'm really excited to bring you all along as you can really see how the whole networking in-person events go. They're actually hosting today's event in a new location, so I'm really excited to bring you all along and really explore the place with you. And let's go ahead and drive over to Dallas and show you all how the event goes.
Too much? 'Cause I think that I've been falling ever since that day out in the park. And I don't know if this is love, but maybe this could be the start.
Alright, hi everybody, welcome to Salesforce with Megan. As you can see, we are in person today. That's because we are both attending a local Dallas networking event for the Salesforce community. I'm very excited to have Drakkar Jones in with us today, where he's going to be talking about our Salesforce journey and just his overall experience in the community.
Hi everybody!
Yay!
How are y'all doing?
Awesome. Well, thank you everybody for watching. We would love to be able to have him on the channel and really speak about his journey into Salesforce. So that being said, I would love to ask you, how was the journey coming into Salesforce and how did you hear about Salesforce?
The journey for me coming into Salesforce, it actually started when I worked at Uber. We had an office out in Fort Worth, and one of my team members brought on the idea of having a Salesforce instance where we are.
Wow.
And everybody was kind of like, what is this? What is Salesforce? But me, the person that I am, I'm like, let's just jump in and try and use it. Mm-hmm. And he basically wanted to intertwine it into our everyday business processes and how we log our interactions with our customers, how we can track how we can communicate with them, how we can track a way to reach a broader audience. Mm-hmm. And I used it as a way to gain exposure as a user. Mm-hmm. And I stayed in the tech industry after that, and then I remember when I worked at my company now called Order My Gear, I started my position as a customer support representative with a senior Salesforce admin who started the same day as me. Wow. And we immediately hit it off. We became really cool friends. And then a couple months after that, he told me that their team is looking into bringing on a junior role into the Salesforce team. Mm-hmm. And he was like, you would be really great for it. Wow. And then I just took it as like a sign from the cosmos, like this is my opportunity to really get the Salesforce certification. Mm-hmm. And then in January, I brought all my courses, my practice exams. I got the Mike Wheeler Salesforce course on Udemy. Mm-hmm. I got the Francis Pindar course on Udemy. I got the Focus on Force practice exams and study guides. Like I really overloaded myself with as many resources as possible. I even got the Priscilla Hong practice test for the admin certification. And I basically carved out a plan. I said I'm going to use this time from January to about March to just study and take my notes. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to take April to May just practice exams only. Mm-hmm. And then I took the exam and passed in the first attempt, and I was really proud.
Yay. Yeah. For the audience watching, the first time that we actually met, he just passed his exam.
Yes, just passed it. Yes.
I was like, oh my gosh, you're supposed to be celebrating. So that's really cool. So it sounds like your story really had a lot of involvement with the customers at the end of the day. So you knew what the customers wanted. I feel like you would have had a really good idea of the data behind what you should be doing for the customers. Mm-hmm. So just kind of running back a little bit, can you tell me about, or can you tell the audience really about the structure that you had for studying? Because it sounds like you had the months planned out. Just kind of walk us through your studying routine, how you approach like the hands-on experience, just really anything that you think would be beneficial for the viewers.
You weren't at this first meetup in January in Dallas, and I brought my laptop. And I sat at a table with other admins, and I whipped out my laptop. I was like, I need you guys to tell me how to pass this exam. Yeah. And then I showed them like the notes I was taking, and then I spoke to another administrator. He was a marketing cloud professional, and he told me that you can't just copy and paste content from one screen to another. You really need to write down different concepts, especially the concepts that you don't know, so that way you are in the motion of trying to understand the concepts by writing everything out and reading it as opposed to just clicking. So that kind of made me reconfigure my approach to my studying. So I went to my Focus on Force study guides, and then I wrote down all of the important notes, everything from the sales and marketing applications to the service and support applications. Workflows, flows, all of those topics that go into the Salesforce Administrator exam. I wrote out everything. And then I went back and I read through all my notes, highlighted everything. And then after that, I went and took a practice exam. Of course, I failed it. And then I went back to my notes and then I read through basically everything that I wrote. And one key thing that I want to emphasize is that I took a week to where I dedicated one day to one topic. And then I just read everything, object manager related, everything set up and config related each day. And then I went and took my practice exams, and then my scores got higher and higher and higher. And then every day from May until June 4th, it was just take those 3 practice exams. I did a combination of, Priscilla Hong exam from 9 to 10 a.m. And then I did maybe 12 to 1 p.m. I took a Salesforce admin practice test. And then for my night exam, I took maybe another Priscilla Hong exam. And then I just made sure that I just studied those exams. Really read those sections at the end of the answers that tell you why you got the answer wrong. And then the link that you should follow, go to the Salesforce documentation or the help section of Salesforce and read through all of that. And then I did that repeatedly up until my exam date. Also made a cheat sheet, read that. I really made sure, because my goal, Megan, was to pass it on the first try. So I just had to make sure that I did what I had to do that, and then I accomplished it.
Yeah, and for the audience watching, he really mentioned an important part, and that's focusing on one section of the exam every day. Because if you quickly overload yourself with so much information, with different types of areas and for your first exam, it's going to be very hard. And the fact that you structured it down day by day, and that you use different material, because on this channel we really do talk about the importance of having Focus on Force, or using Udemy courses, or Salesforce Experience, or David Massey's course too. It's so important to understand what type of learner you are in the process, because you're relearning, right?
You said that. You made you made a LinkedIn post, and you emphasized that learning Salesforce as an administrator, you're relearning how to learn. And I've been out of college from 2015 up until today, and I hadn't studied like this until an exam, and your sophomore year in college, where you're just cramming. So I really had to relearn how to learn.
And that's the thing, in college, in high school, college, they don't really teach us how to learn even there. They just kind of say okay, here's your material, good luck learning it.
Right.
And even if it has been 5, 10, 15, 20 years for people, it's hard, and every exam really you have to relearn how to relearn that material again. So do exactly what he did. Have your material, purchase different things. You can't. I wouldn't suggest having one source. Have multiple when you're studying for this exam, because that's really important. You got to figure out what is best for you. The last question I would like to ask you is, for those that are coming into the industry, do you have any helpful words for them?
I would just say, you should give yourself grace, because you're not gonna learn everything in one night, as long as you don't look at it. My grandma used to always say, you don't have to eat the elephant in one bite. Just take small chunks and then take your time, and then next thing you know, you've consumed the whole elephant. So just make sure that you give yourself some grace, allow yourself some time to focus on each of the concepts. I would also say that really lean on the Salesforce Ohana. Even if you're early on in your Salesforce career, that Trailblazer community is just so invaluable. There's so many people across the world who are willing to help you in just little Dallas, Texas. Someone out in India is going to be out there reading your question in the community and answering it. And that is so invaluable. So I would say lean on your community, be courageous, be humble, make sure that you are always steadfast and committed to your goals.
I like that. That is the perfect really tips for somebody coming in. Don't overwhelm yourself in the journey. Don't feel like you need to rush to get anywhere, because the fact is that you took that step already and you're working there. So don't give up either, of course. But really just leverage the community, talk to people, get to know people. Also, get to know different people that specialize in different areas too. You want to have different people which you know that you can reach out to. So, Drakkar, thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm glad you're doing this. This is going to be really helpful for a lot of people and for me. So thank you for doing this, taking the time.
Awesome. Thank you. Everybody, thank you so much for watching the in-person event. This was a lot of fun, and we hope to see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.